In this video, learn how to scroll a menu with clickable items. Easy do it with Scroll Rect component. How to calculate exact width of all items. Manually or automatically with script. Add mask to hide item that's out of area. Or with transparent background. How to click items using Raycast. Just few seconds with free macro. Works great on PC or phones too. You can download this project with free link under video to try it right away. Create some UI images and put these PNG images into. Select all items and group them. With name menu content. Align items with layout component. This will help to align them, even you added new items anytime. Align horizontal at middle and left. You can add spacing for items as you want. Add new UI image. With name scroll. Let's add a round shape to it. I will use slice for its scaling. Add this image round box to scroll. Image type is sliced to use 9 slice image to keep origin size when scaling. Set it width is 900 and height is 210 pixel. Next step, put menu content inside scroll object. On scroll object, add component Scroll Rect. Content is our object, menu content. Check options if you want to scroll it in horizontal or vertical. We will scroll it in horizontal only. Press play, it should work now. You can use mouse or touch to scroll our menu items. It works very well. You can change elasticity value to keep the bounce back smoother. .2 seconds is perfect for me. Try to scroll it to the end. Some items is outside of Scroll Rect. The reason is content width is not big enough. This width value should be enough to cover all items width. When you change this width bigger value, all items can be scrolled and kept inside our Scroll Rect. Question here, how to know exactly the width value of all items. Our menu has total 5 items. Each item is an image, with width is 256 pixel. Let's write down all values. First, let's find total width of 5 images. 5 multiply 256 pixel. If there are some spacing between images, we need to add it too. We have 5 spacing with -25 pixel each. With negative, because you use negative spacing value. Finally, sum of 2 these numbers for the result. This is the true width value of all items in Scroll Rect. Copy this value. Update menu content with this width value. You can try move it again. All items should fit in Scroll Rect now. It fits perfect. Let's add a new item. Name it Item 6. Add an icon for it. If you press play, the last item will not fit inside the Scroll Rect because the width of menu content is not enough to cover it. This time, let's use some script to scale width value automatically. Create an empty object with any names you want. Create new visual scripting script with any names you want. Let's put Scroll Rect object to a variable to call it easier in script. Do the same, add menu content object to the variable too. Let's use this math to count the width value. Each item image has size 256 pixel. We will multiply this width with total of items. Open our script. First, let's count how many items we have in menu content object. Now multiply it with image width value, 256 pixel. Next, let's count spacing between item images. To get the spacing value, we will get it from horizontal layout group. Horizontal layout group is a component from menu content object. Let's count total spacing of all items. We multiply spacing value to total items number. Finally, sum to these numbers for the total width of all items in menu content. This is script to get width of all menu items automatically. Last step, we just need to update the width value of menu content. To update a width value of an UI object, use Rect Transform, set size delta. Enter its new size value here. X is width value. We already have width size of all menu items. Y is height value, is the current Y value of size delta. All done. Now can add many items into Scroll Rect as you want anytime. The script will fix the width automatically to fit our Scroll Rect. When you press play, sometime it will align our menu items at center. The first item should be at the left of our Scroll Rect. To fix it, open the script. At game start, we will reset default of horizontal position of Scroll Rect. Value 1 will align it at right side. and 0 will align it at left side of the Scroll Rect. Press play. You see our menu items is aligned at left side correctly. Even you have more or less items. The script will scale it automatically to fit perfect for our Scroll Rect. As you see, some items are out of Scroll Rect area, but it is still visible. Let's fix to show items, which are inside Scroll Rect only. To do that, create a new UI image inside Scroll Object. Name it Viewport. Let's add a round box shape to this viewport too. And set its size, same size of Scroll Object. 900 multiply 210 pixel. Then put menu content inside this viewport. Again, select Scroll Object. Add Viewport Object here. Nothing's changed yet. We need to do one more step. On Viewport Object, add Component Mask. Phew, all images outside of this viewport are invisible. You have a perfect menu items with Scroll Rect now. How to make Scroll Rect with transparent to see through the background. First, make Scroll Object with color alpha to 0 to be invisible. Same thing to Viewport Object. If you reduce Viewport alpha color, only the round box affected. But when you reduce alpha value to 0, all menu items were affected and vanished. To resolve it, set alpha color any values different from 0. Now it is completely invisible, but menu items are not affected at all. Select Scroll Object again. Change alpha value that you like most for transparent background. It is perfect and looks very cool now. I created a button here. And most people used on pointer click event for button clicks. When game run and click on button, it works now. But when I move it inside or behind our Scroll Rect, the button cannot clicked anymore. Because pointer event can get buttons on the top layer only. Solution here is using click events with Raycast. Open downloaded folder. Import this free macro to our project. If you have Visual Scripting Plus, you can find it here. Open this macro button UI. To use it, you need to add prefab macro button UI to hierarchy. And our menu items must have collider for Raycast check. Step 1. Add prefab macro button UI to hierarchy. Step 2. Add collider to our menu items. Press F to focus to selecting object. Set collider size, 256 pixel. You can see the green box is for collider. Copy this collider 2D to all other menu items. Step 3. Open Use Button UI script to get event to use. You can get click events from one button or many buttons with same tag. Copy it. Open our script. Paste it here. It requires a tag name for our buttons. Add new tag. Name it menu item. Add this tag to all our menu items. Enter the tag name of our buttons. If any buttons with this tag was clicked on, it will trigger true. Let's show the button name, if it clicked on. Press play to test it. Try to scroll the menu. And click on the items. It showed the correct name of item, which is clicked on. But this click event was triggered same time as we are scrolling the menu. To fix it, open script, use button UI again. This time, let's use tap event. Paste it here. Enter the tag name of our buttons. Replace it with tap event. Try to move mouse on a button and scroll it. Click event was not triggered. But we tap on an item. Button has worked and it showed the correct item we tapped on. I added a message on screen for the item we clicked on. Then export it to Android. Everything works perfect on phones too. Thank you for watching.